PBL has changed my teaching insofar as it has changed my mindset of what I am doing in the classroom. Yes, I'm teaching academic standards and those pieces, but it's made me go beyond what is in the book. How are these students going to take this outside of the classroom? How is this going to impact them as they become 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds, adults?
So coming into education, I really thought that I was going to be the teacher that got in front of the classroom, gave the lectures, gave a quiz, gave a test, gave out homework. With PBL though, and since I've implemented PBL, the students are the ones in control of the learning, and I've really kind of passed the baton. It's a mixture of both. I find benefits in mixing it up to where, yes, I'm involved in lecture a little bit, but at the same time, I give more to my students, which I think is a lot more beneficial for their own personal learning.
The most rewarding part of PBL is just watching the kids have their aha moments, or getting to take the leadership and ownership in their own learning, seeing them make the decisions and then carry them through and feel satisfied when they were successful.
The most rewarding part of PBL is seeing students succeed in just remarkable ways. When they really embrace the ownership of their work, they go out and they do great things, big things in the community, they host events, they grow in confidence as a result of having their work be truly public. That is a really amazing aspect of PBL.
I wish I would have known that my students are capable of this kind of work.
I wish at the beginning of my PBL experience I had known that the best projects have a nice solid outline, but allow for a lot of flexibility based on the need-to-knows of students. So I really want to let the students drive the project, and if I had known that early on, I think I would have had a few less failed projects and a few more that could have gone even further than they did.
I wish I had known that we were still able to use resources that we got from the district. I thought that we had to just use none of the books, none of the resources that they gave us, and just find all of our own things that had to do with our project. But through my years, I've learned that we can use the resources they give us along with our project.
The first few projects I ran, I didn't put a whole lot of effort into employing community partners, and when I started to do that, I thought to myself, why have I waited so long to do this? It really heightens kind of the amount of pomp and circumstance that's involved in a project or in the presentation of a product, and then it helps create pathways for students to make connections and to build networks in their communities and maybe even outside their communities for the future.
Community partners give the authenticity piece to the project. So having students work with another adult besides the teacher it can be their external enemy. They can ask them questions, they can learn about their careers, and hopefully sometimes they can even have a final product that they get to see out in their community, which helps them see beyond their classroom and what they're doing during their classes.
It gave them a voice, and I feel like sometimes our students, coming from some of their backgrounds, they don't have a voice in their lives, and they're kind of powerless with some of the things going on with them, and I think PBL gives them that voice that they don't necessarily have in their lives.
PBL appeals to all learners. It's the great equalizer. Students with IEPs, students that have never felt success before in school, students that have never had an opportunity to share their talents or share their strengths within the scope of an assignment at school are able to thrive where they oftentimes haven't before. PBL is also a system that gives the kids a lot of agency and control over how they learn and how they're going to hold themselves accountable as learners and how they're going to set goals and adopt a growth mindset in order to keep improving. I've had students come back from Christmas break and burst in the classroom and say, I've thought about this project all over Christmas break and I've got all these ideas and things to present to my group. And if you can get students thinking about standards and thinking about content and thinking about what's going on at school over Christmas break, that's a win.